by God, and when it was completed, he came and visited him. I don't know if it was in the night or in the daytime, but here's what he told him. I've heard your prayers, and I've chosen this temple as a place where I want you to sacrifice yourself to me. If I shut up the heavens so that there's no rain, or if I command the locust swarms to eat all of your crops, or, and my favorite, if I send an epidemic upon you. Wow, that was written a long time ago. Then, if my people will humble themselves, pray, seek my face, search for me, and turn from their wicked ways. It's conditional, people. Only then will I hear from heaven, forgive all of our sins, and heal this land. That is the reading from your Lord. So, Lord, we give you all the honor. We give you the glory. We give you the floor. Let this meeting begin. And all God's people said, Amen.
Eddie, would you lead us in the pledge?
Right here.
I know he's here somewhere.
I'm here. Present.
That's right. Present.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Ed, very much. Okay, now I'm appointing a temporary secretary, Chris Hurd, who is our normal recording secretary for the county party. Okay. The temporary secretary reads the call to convention. That's the call that you all received. Now, it's common that somebody, you all received the call. It's very common that someone makes a motion to waive the reading of the call.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of waiving the reading of the call to convention? Say aye. Aye. Is there anyone opposed? I mean, I wrote the thing. You'd think you'd win. Okay, it passes. Thank you very much. Actually, I didn't write it. It's pretty much with the state party. They send the county chairs packets and they have sample calls and all that sort of thing. So basically, it's the state party who wrote it. But anyway, so now I'm going to appoint the temporary parliamentarian, but before I do, I want to point something out about this convention. Okay, here I have the state party rules concerning this convention. I have the packet that the chairman has sent with the sample call, or that sample agenda, whatever. And then I also have a copy of the call that you all received. Before we start, I want to point out why I am against convention estates. Because convention estates people tell me that a convention estates can be kept to 1 or 2 items. All right? They all say it. Don't worry, it'll be fine. This is a perfect example today
Jackson,
of what can happen at a convention.
That's not part of the convention. You want to have a debate?
I will
Have a
speak.
debate.
I'm sorry, you're out of order.
Well, then let me have a response.
I am out of...
Sit down.
Stanley, you want to take this a 2 o'clock meeting? It'll be a 2 o'clock meeting. I am going to talk. I am going to talk. You got that? I'm going to talk. Do you understand? Now, ladies and gentlemen, these rules say, they don't want, see, these these elected officials do not believe in freedom of speech. They are terrified that I'm going to talk. The party can be on TV and lie all day on their Facebook Live, but I cannot respond. Now, very quick,
Sit
I
down!
don't recognize you. Therefore, I want you to know that this convention, the purpose, according to the state party, is for the advancement of delegates to the state convention. And I want you to know that if you did respond to the call to convention, you will all be on the list that we have. Okay? However, this isn't going to be about delegates. They're planning, Mr. Castiglia is passing out a thing, they're planning on overthrowing the county party tonight, which has nothing to do with this event. You gotta take this away from me. I have the floor.
Point of order. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth, Eric. I was here with you. It is the truth. Hey, don't touch me.
Convention of states.
We're going to talk too. Move. Don't touch me. Don't talk to him like that. Okay? Don't talk to him like that. Who are you? You sit down. What are you standing up for?
I stand up for the truth. I stand up for freedom.
So are we.
Hey, you don't.
Get your finger out of my face.
Then get out my face. Then get out my face. Get out. Get out my face. I said get out my face. Because it will be massive. It will be fucking massive. Yeah, see it. Come on, anywhere, anytime. Settle down and let him talk. The man got the talk. The man got the talk. Whoever have an objection, you can have it later.
You're out of order. Go ahead, Chairman.
Come down.
Permanent chair. But a report is out of order at this time until the permanent chair is elected.
I didn't make a report, I made a comment. I made a comment about...
Hear your comments.
You do not have the floor, he does.
Let him talk. Just let him talk so we can go home. Stop making like children and liberals. Let him talk.
I'm about to appoint the temporary people.
Robert's rules indicate you have limited authority. You
Keep talking, Mark.
He's still a tiny
Wait, everybody listen, I can't hear him.
Sit down.
Hey, everybody.
Sit down. Sit down.
Let him talk, I gotta know what he's talking about.
Mr. Chairman, I produced a lot of conventions for you, and you know the rules. Pursuant to Robert's rules, a temporary chair has limited authority. You may indeed make temporary appointments and preside over the election of a permanent chair. A report or any additional comments are out of order at this time, sir, and you know I'm right. And one other point I want to make, in addition to you must also, in order for us to conduct an election, Mr. Chair, we cannot conduct an election for permanent chair until we have a credentials report. There's too many people in this room. Well, that's not what your order of business says, sir. We need a credentials report. There are too many people in this room. We don't know who's voting and who's not, sir. I implore you to follow the rules because you know how challenges work. Please.
Yep, I know how challenges work. And Kurt, listen, Kurt is right on one thing. We did not have a credentials report. Where's one of our people that signed everybody? Does someone have a total of delegates?
Mr. Chairman, point of order. The statute which controls this convention says county conventions of each political party shall be held at the time and place of the county committee. political party who the chairperson designates. County convention in which delegates to a state convention will be selected shall be held at the time designated by the state central committee. The convention shall be called to order by the chairperson of the county committee of each political party. The chairperson shall act as temporary chairperson until the delegates elect a permanent chairperson. A permanent chairperson shall be elected before any other business is transacted. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Now,
I make a motion that any votes be conducted by. Of course you do.
Support, second.
now, so if one of these people, we have not voted on anything yet. We are going to vote by holding up credentials, I agree. But I've been asked, and it's true, I've been asked about a credentials report. So what I would like to do is get one, if that's okay. All right, thank you very much. They're making it right now. So now, while they're making it, with your permission, Wait a minute. The motion is that we vote by holding up our credentials, is it not? Am I wrong? Oh, okay. All in favor of when we vote during this convention, that you raise your credentials, okay, say aye. Aye! Is anyone opposed to that? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, I'd like at this time to appoint the temporary parliamentarian. I'd like Michelle Donovan to come up here, please. Michelle Donovan is a member of the party. I decided we should have members of the party do this. She's also well qualified because she's qualified to speak before the United States Supreme Court, the State Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court of Texas. So I'd like to appoint her as temporary parliamentarian. Now, Sergeant of Arms, I'd like to appoint Brian Zuzewski, Gary Race.
Who's that guy?
Terry McCoskey.
Okay, Tom. Okay. Temporary tellers as needed. Pretty big crowd. I'm anxious to see, by the way, how many delegates are here, because normally we only have 300 out of 5, so it's really good. But anyway, Kurt, if I may ask you, you've done a lot of these conventions, a group this size, how many tellers do you think we should have?
6.
Thank you, sir. So 6 tellers, so that's the people that will count when people hold up there. Okay? So I'd like to appoint Debbie Ringel, and I'd like to appoint, see who else? Sandy Wheeler. I think I'd like to support Melissa Carone. I think I'd like to support Jackie Eubanks. Okay? All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Now forgive Kurt. Do the tellers have to be delegates?
Chairman, the tellers should be delegates.
Should or no? Okay. Sorry if you're not a delegate.
They don't have to be. We're not communists, Ken. Everyone here knows that.
Okay, come on.
Has been divided for the election.
Excuse me?
Can I have 2 people to count on that?
How about Nancy Fizio?
Okay, where's Nancy?
Nancy, you do it? You do it? Who else, Eric?
Who else do you want? How about Sylvia Grant?
Who wants to do it? Tommy, sure, I'll take Tommy.
Tommy's on the board. Tommy,
Yeah.
are
We
you
put,
here?
by the way, Eric, I want you to know, Stanley threw him off the board, and Lisa and I and the board put him back on, just so you guys know. So Tommy, you want to come up here?
Cindy Berry?
Cindy Berry.
Whatever you want, Eric, I don't care.
Running for Secretary of State.
Do we have 6?
There you go, Cindy.
I thought I mentioned 6. Did we? Yeah. Sharon Bauman? Did you do it? Okay, great, thank you. So those are our temporary people until a permanent chair is elected. Now, we're going to have a fight over this, folks, because we have in the agenda a mortal sin. It's called the chairman's report. Now, we have not had conventions since you delegates elected this board. We've had no conventions. They call them conventions. Our state party, by the way, God bless them, they're allowing us to have a convention with no masks on. Isn't that great? But anyway, we've had 2 conventions now via the computer and all that garbage. They weren't conventions. I was part of it. I'm not blaming our whole crew, Stan, all of us, did the best we could because we could not do it. There's no way we could do a convention, so we had to come up with this plan to make it as decent as we could. But we all know we don't know how people voted. We all know all that stuff. So this is the first convention we've had since then. Now, for months now, the state party, Detroit News, I got a newspaper article here, the Detroit News and everybody has been saying how the county party is going to be overthrown at this convention. Hence my, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you something. Delegates, I got something to say. This convention, they're going to make an overthrow of the party, and you have a right to know what this county party has done the last 3 years. Now, they've been saying things like, we are not Republicans. Now, we can go all night, folks. I'm talking. I have a constitutional right to freedom of speech that I have been denied by Republicans and Democrats. And I'm going to stand here and I'm going to give a report of what this county party has done, or we're going to fight about it till 2 o'clock in the morning. Stan and I know about 2 o'clock convention. Don't put me against the wall when it's our children at stake. And that's what's at stake right now. I will talk. I will not be denied my constitutional rights of freedom of speech. They are telling us that we're not Republicans. Well, isn't that interesting? This group, the board that you elected, for the first time, I'm talking. Nancy, they're trying to silence. You know what they're doing. Tommy, you know, they threw you off the damn board and we put you back on because it wasn't right. Damn. Now, I know what Robert's rules said, and you can go to the state party and throw it out. I don't give a damn, because I'm going to talk. These delegates are going to know what they did in the last 2-3 years. We have been here for the second term. These delegates almost overwhelmingly elected us 3.5 years ago, and they got a right to know what we've done since. Because you're going to ask them to throw us out. So they have a right to know. They have a right to know, Eric. Sorry, Eric. You want... I'm not going to vote away my freedom of speech. I will not vote away my freedom of speech. I will not do it. I will not do it. Because, Santa, you got a couple officers out there, have them arrested. I don't care. I will not give up. There are Americans in Washington over a year, all they did was trespass. Where's our Congress people? All they get them out. Sit down! Sit down!
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say anything bad against Mark. He's a great man. I love Mark. He's a good guy.
That guy has no
I'm not
authority
really serious
to
now.
march you guys around.
Mark is a good man. He's a good American patriot. He's a good Republican. Okay. We're here tonight to vote, and we're all American patriots. We're all Republican conservatives. Absolutely, we are. We're all Republicans. We all support Trump. We all support Donald Trump. We're here because there's no rhinos in the room. We're concerned. I can tell you, we're all American patriots. We're all conservatives. We'd like to get on with the actual voting, please. I'm just trying to calm you guys down a little bit. Doesn't seem to be working. Sorry. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, sir. Now, I am here. You know, they will challenge this convention, you know. Pardon me? I will not be voted out of my freedom of speech, sir, when you're going around telling everybody what the county party is not doing. I'm going to give a report to what the county party has done for 3.5 years that these people are holding us into. And these delegates, all these delegates, also know what it means to give up freedom of speech, and we're giving it up everywhere, and our Republicans aren't helping us. Keep me off Facebook. I'll tell you what. Danielle, could you put that up? I have here. Sir, I will not give up. What's my Constitution? I have a right to freedom of speech. And I've been attacked by Stanley and all these elected officials that they're not Republican. And yet for the first time in history, we, the group that you voted in, as a majority Republicans in the Macomb County Commission and countywide, yet they're telling us, oh, we're Democrats, we're this, we're that. These delegates have put us in, have a right to know what we've done for 3.5 years. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
You're so strong, vote! Vote! You're so strong, vote! Vote! Vote!
Are you kidding me? They don't do that in communist Poland. If he was in Poland in 1970s, he'd be on the government. Okay, we're going to be here all day, ladies and gentlemen, until I can talk. If you care to go to the convention on for freedom of speech, we do that as soon as I'm done with my report. They want to vote. Okay, now let me tell you something. Let me explain. I'm going to explain this once, and then I'm going to give my report. It is not. They want.
Let him speak. What are you afraid of over there? Let him speak.
What are you afraid of?
I will give my report. Because you, I know some of you have been convinced that all we're terrible, we gotta throw them out. Well, that's fine, vote that way. But first, you're gonna know what we've done. First, you're gonna know, what have you done? You tried to have a doggone fundraiser in a doggone 10th district, you couldn't get enough volunteers to do it. Honest to Pete, you know what took almost 30 volunteers here? You couldn't have got them. So anyway, any of you see this? Did any of you see this? Detroit News some time ago in March, GOP chair leads pro-Trump party battle. We're all pro-Trump, Larry said. Why are we having a battle? You think you'd want to know what the county party has been doing for 3.5 years. You're willing to vote them out. You think you'd want to know? What are we fighting about? Because of the technicality? That's what us Republicans do. They make technicalities why they can't get up and done. Detroit News said, okay, the Detroit News has some great stuff in it. I thought it was a good article. So anyway, this guy Eric Castiglia, Republican from Sterling Heights, but we have not done anything about Democrats. So we beat a bunch of them. In 2020, it took the majority for Republicans for the first time in history. We didn't do nothing about Democrats. Now we got Tony Ferlini elected. And Kurt told me Tony Ferlini can't win. We can't win that election. Not anything against Tony, don't get me wrong. He does the numbers, okay? Like Jamie Rowe. The difference is he knows the numbers. So anyway, this is what we did. This is what we did. Our county party in 2020, we had so many volunteers you wouldn't believe it. And we did 16,000 pieces of literature. And we took them door to door. We took them door to door. Now, they were packets. And they weren't just stuffed in a clear bag. They were put in strategically. On one side was every one of our county people on one side. So people saw that right away. On the other side, of course, was information, but on the other side of the packet was Tony Ferlini's literature, the president's literature, let's see, who else? John James' literature. I forget, I thought I took the packet to show you, but I didn't. But it was strategically placed where you see John James, the president, each of our candidates. So when people took it from the people on the door, they saw right away everything. We said a bunch of junk stuff in the bag. That took time. There was a bunch of people in our office, and they spent all day. 3 times Tony Ferlini brought his literature, 3 times. Brought his literature because we ran out. The last time he said, I just brought some the other day, but all our ladies, and there's some of them here, Alice is here, I know. So anyway, all of our ladies, our ladies stuffed the bags, all these orders, they stuffed the bags, and we went door to door, 16,000 in southern Macomb. All the experts like Jamie Rowe tell you, South Dakota's all Democrats. That's a waste of time. So we found out, guess what? We got a lot of people here. South Dakota's not all Democrats. There's a lot of conservative thinkers down there that will vote for Republicans they believe in. The problem is, we need something they believe in. So we won. We won them races. But oh no, we don't go after Democrats. And then I heard, oh, you're a libertarian. I heard, oh, you're a libertarian. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 288 presidential delegates here. 288.
it seems like more. Anybody else? So anyway, there's 200 days to get with that. Okay, so is there, you're right, Michelle. We need to vote on the report. Is there a motion? Is there a second? All in favor of accepting? Say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. So anyway, so the other day, back in March, Stanley had a meeting. He's had a lot of these meetings, but they've always been open to everybody. And just what's interesting about this is it says by invitation only, okay, which is fine, that's what you want to do, but it's the first one he's ever done. And then down at the bottom is paid for with funds by Right Michigan. See, they want a Pac-Man to run your county. Okay, that's what they want. And in that, I happen to have in my thing, I happen to have a hard drive. We can watch the whole meeting if you want. That's why I know what's going on here tonight. Okay? That's why I know the delegates are not on their mind. So anyway, now, so we did that across the county. We won the vast majority of the delegates. And we're going to gain more this year, by the way. We got some great candidates, so we're going to get the ones in there re-elected, and we're going to add some more. Now, after we did that, though, then the problem started. The President of the United States, well, I got to ask this question to all of you people. Larry said we're all Trump people. Can I ask the question? But I don't care. Guests and everybody, I want to know. I've asked this a lot everywhere I go. I want to know, did Donald Trump win the election in 2020? Let's say you, Carter. Hey, Carter, you did some kind of reason. He didn't say no. He just asked the question. So anyway, now how many people here want a full, complete forensic audit of every aspect of it? I'm going to tell you, I'm impressed. What is this, Congress? We have one side and another side. This is amazing. The problem is, in the legislature and the U.S. Congress, they're all on the same side. So listen. So when we started actually pushing for an audit. You know why? Because we talked to Donald Trump. He asked me, what are you going to do to get an audit in Michigan? Nothing's going on. I said, we're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That's why they want us out of here, because our voice is too big and they don't like it. People all over the state know about this convention. We're doing it Facebook Live right now, by the way. So anyway, the first Facebook Live I did had 1.5 million views in 2 weeks. The state of Michigan is going to see what's going on here, folks. So if you want to audit, say so. So anyway, we started doing what the president wanted. We started pushing for an audit. We saw all the evidence. We saw all the evidence. There's so much evidence that makes us sick that Tony Ferlini and all the rest don't want to look at it. Elected officials do not agree with we want to audit. Now I got to ask you something. I want you all to realize, I don't care if you're for me or no, you are here not to represent me or Stanley Grott or the Pac-Man. You're not here for none of that. What you're here for is to represent the Republican voters in your precinct. Not the guy that signed you up. I'll tell you what, we've been all over the state yesterday, and we know that our Republican voters want that audit. We know that they know that Trump won. We know that Trump knows he won because he told us so. We all know he won, except our elected Republican officials. I'm telling you what, there's something going on in Michigan because we don't have one. still stand up. The other states do. They're squabbling, they're trying to do something, but not Michigan. It's a solid wall. So you are here to represent the people that voted you in, the Republicans in your precinct. That is your job. Not to support me, not to support the PAC cams, not to support anybody. Okay? And while we're talking about PAC, well, wait a minute. So, after we started pushing for this, all hell broke loose, right? All of a sudden, boy, oh boy, our friends ain't friends no more. Because we're supposed to be nice. We're supposed to go to the little wine parties and all that, and the heck with the voters. So anyway, also I want to talk about how many people have been to our county meetings? Okay? Not that many, right? A lot of you delegates don't know what's going on at all at the county party. That's why I demand my right to explain. At our county meetings, we don't run them like Stan does with 10 systems.
Sit down, Ken.
Now, our county meetings are candidates, regardless of whether we like them or not. They are all invited to our county meeting, and they all can speak. We have a system. We have a system where everybody's got a certain amount of time, and we do everybody. People that come in, we have a lot of people, up to 300, and they come in, we have a slip they sign if they want to talk. We do that, not for like permissions, but we don't want to forget anybody. In fact, last month, we forgot a candidate, Michelle Smith. Michelle Smith came in a little bit late, and she didn't do a sheet, but I saw her sitting off to the side, and I was reminded, and I asked her if she wanted to speak, and she politely declined. So we try to get everybody to speak. When I went to Stanley's 10th district meeting, can you hear me? Oh, isn't that cool? Can you people hear me? As soon as my chairman's report's over, I'll recognize every point of order. So anyway, we invited candidates, right? One of the candidates that came, many come without being invited, which we don't care, it's just easier. So one candidate that came was Matt DePerno. Matt DePerno came and he talked for, we allow every candidate that's statewide to talk 15 minutes when they come to our meeting, because Michigan's a big state, they may never get back. We want the people to meet them. So he came and spoke for 15 minutes. I didn't appreciate what he did when he spoke, because he called out two of our elected representatives for not returning emails, of all things. Larry Rocca was our parliamentarian, and I was kind of baffled by it. I'm standing there watching and can't believe what I heard. Larry's bugging me. Mark, he called him out by name, he got to let him speak, or of course to do. And we did. But the criticism was that he sent them emails and they didn't return them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my email, I have over 8,000 on my email. They come in faster than I get rid of them. I'm afraid to get rid of them too quick. So an elected official that didn't get an email, give me a break. Anyway, it's not working. Martin, can we get another microphone or something if this one's not working?
It's working. Hey, Mark!
Okay, the gentleman asked for, we'll do all the motions you want as soon as I'm done with my report, okay? Fair enough? Okay, so, first of all, I want it quiet. If it's not quiet, I'm just going to stand here till it is. Again, I've been in conventions with Stanley that went to 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't care. If you people are going to try to vote out the best board you ever had, that's perfectly fine. But you're going to hear about what we did. So am I going to get quiet or not?
Do convention.
All right.
Call the
Anyway,
question.
all hell broke loose. This is one of the seeds that started today. All hell broke loose because there were some of our people, elected officials, quite offended by Matt DePerno. At that time, they all hated him. And in fact, Stanley at one time, who endorses him now, says that no way is he going to get any delegates to state convention. But anyway, what happened was that Stan called one day and he asked me to have a special meeting, of which he did a few times, 9th District, 10th District, Macomb County. And every time he does it, he asks me to call a few people, but this time, oh, I'll do it. So here I walked into the meeting, and it was a real, shooting fish in a barrel. So anyway, it was all about, we're activists. We're activists. So, oh really? Tell them I said hello. So anyway, how come they haven't called me before? I didn't know they had my number. So anyway, I'm not going to listen anymore. It's interrupting myself. So anyway, I go to this meeting at our office. Okay, here we go, and the first thing on the stand is a bunch of activists. All we have is a bunch of activists. We have to stop this fighting against forced vaccination. We have to stop this and stop that. Our job is to elect Republicans. Of course, we forgot that 2 months before we elected the most ever. But still, that's our job. So, tell them I'm busy. Thank you. So anyway, ask them what they were before. So anyway, what happened is, we're activists. Well, those activists are the ones that got everybody elected. Don Brown sat there and said, we don't need this office. We don't need all these people. We don't need these people at these meetings. I said, what? He's the county chair, the commission chair, because we took the majority, and his pay went from $35,000 to $91,000, so we're a bunch of activists. They don't need us. Can you believe this? Michelle, who was talking to the state party, Michelle said, so anyway.
She hates Trump and steals money.
So anyway, so Don Brown and some of the others, we don't need the office. We don't need these activists. We don't need people that are needed. We don't need all that. Okay?
How does the chair attack every elected official? Republican leader.
Well, anyway, they all went around beating me up because somebody did not return an email. So they have been running to take back this county party for a long time. The macro crowd does. They didn't do nothing with it. The money they had in 2016 when Trump was hot, they didn't get nobody elected. Okay? It's amazing. But they want the county party back, so does Eric. Eric's a PAC man. Hey, let's talk about PAC. Let's go with it. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I have here. Look at these mailings. You know what these things cost? This is what controls the voting and the low information voting. Great big huge. These were all sent out by PACs. None of them was Eric, but we found out in our fight for a year and a half, we found out that our state is not run by you. Our state is run by PACs and dark money. Okay? We can't find anybody to write a bill. We're going to have somebody to write a bill now. Eric Castiglia. Something else, folks. This is a different bill, right? That criticized the Larry McCoskey shirts. Gary McCoskey, as we speak right now, is the only Republican candidate through a primary going against a Democrat. I'd like to show the money we have real quick. Almost done, Eric. Don't worry, I'm almost done with your help. So anyway. Oh, that's part of Michigan PAC. He brags about the numbers. But, Dad, you want a PAC operator to run the county party? I'm going to show you something about
the money. Okay, now at our last meeting, this was the the treasurer's report. We have 2 counts, administrative and campaign. Mr. Wakari did a Facebook Live saying, we can't raise money, they can't even raise money. This guy's a real worker. So anyway, the administrative account, this is April of an election year. The Macomb County Republican Party has never had this much money in April. So not only do we have our office, we have 7,200 in the administrative account, 17,100 in the campaign account. And the PAC man wants it. The guy with the PAC wants that money. So our elected officials want that money. That's your money. One more thing, I'm going to vote some folks, and you're going to decide if we should be doing that.
Eric Castiglia wants to keep the voting machine.
Well, we have membership. So we have membership. Delegates do not have to join the Republican Party, but we ask naturally. And here are the elected officials in Macomb County who are $50 members. And there's some there. I mean, oh, that's right. Now, when we got the office, folks, when we got the office, it was a risk for me. I'm on a fixed income. But Kurt said, I'll pay a month's rent. Stan said I would, and so did Larry Roxton. Kurt, I never met a man of his word like Kurt. He paid the month's rent. The other two didn't. This is all we've got. Now, we did get another early, a year and a half ago. Doug Wozniak gave us a check for $500. God bless him. But that's it. That's the membership of the Macomb County Republican Party. So all that money they want belongs to you. It's all the little people in this county. Every bit of it. And we're going to grow, and we're going to grow, and we're going to take more seats because we are real Republicans. We are the ones. Out because the state party don't believe in the Republican platform. I don't think we have an elected official. And also we have the state voting out the Republicans daily report that we should be prosecuted for demanding an election, for looking into the election. Our Michigan Senate took this corrupt Attorney General demanding right in here, you can come up and look later if you want. I talked to Mr. Shirky about it, said it was a violation of my rights. He said anybody questioning that election is committing a crime. So now you have a situation. Moving forward in a moment. I'm not taking motions until I'm done with my report. I'm almost done. I'll say it to your face. So listen. I know it's reasonable. I'll talk about it as soon as I can. You know that? Well, no. Now, according to... Okay, so let me get back to where it was and we'll be almost done. Okay? So, you should at least, if you got an issue, you should come to us and say, well, so-and-so from Shelby Township says this. What do you say? But no, we couldn't. It's the only place I have to tell you the truth. It is up to you. Now, I want you to know that your party, not the officers, but the county. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something, Stan, and you guys, Eric.
You guys play around with politics like it's a game. You're out there all these damn people. This is not a game. Your children, Eric, right now have no constitutional rights. They've been taken from us, and not one Republican is set up. And now they're only half the more Republicans. And we're going to change history. Whether the youth comes here and steals money or not, we're not going away. I have an announcement to make tonight. Listen, I hesitate to gavel them because it's my understanding, Kirk can clear it up. He knows the truth. If somebody causes too much of a fuss, the chairman can actually have them removed. However, my putting this report in the agenda is not normal at a convention. So they can scream all they want, I'm not going to shut them down. But I will wait till we're done.
What is that going to be?
I'm sorry, what's that question? It will happen when you shut up. Let me talk. Then, when I get done, you can all go to remove us and everything else in the Pac-Man, in the Michigan Pac Association, in the dark money will control Michigan. We're the only voice out there really carrying on for our children and grandchildren. They took away every one of your rights. They took away everyone. They masked up your children. They made you what I'm at. They made you shut down your church. You couldn't go anywhere. Shut down your business. Some of them are gone. They never came back. All of it unconstitutional. You're unconstitutional. Hey, Mike. I'll recognize you in a minute when I'm done.
Sit down. Sit down.
Vote first, lost second. Vote first, lost second. Vote first, lost second. Vote first, lost second.
Eric Castiglia is the Pac-Man. He's got a pack. He wants to go down the chair tonight. It's not in the agenda, but tonight we're going to try to do it. Now, I'm almost done. My short announcement. And then we're going to move on. Okay? Well, you got to know what we've been doing. The county park.
Heresy, sir. We're all Republicans.
You're a rhino. You're a rhino. You're a rhino. You know it.
I'm going to tell you something. We're dividing the party. That's not me. Listen, here I go. I'm done.
Hey, shut up. Shut up, Stan. Shut up, Stan.
Got one thing to say. That whether we're here or not, we're not going away. We are going to keep on driving this Republican Party to be Republican again.
Yeah!
That's what we're going to do. So we will be here no matter what happens tonight. And Lisa and I have an announcement. If we're removed tonight, if that's the way you guys feel, you like Michigan the way it is, and you want to end your children and have the money and everything, that's fine. But anyway, that's up to you because you're delegates and you will count. But Lisa and I would like to... Lisa! You want me to end? I got 2 sentences. It's over.
Oh, sorry.
I should just told you.
No matter who removes tonight in a convention that has nothing to do with anything except delegates. And by the way, every delegate that we emailed, like on the call to convention, you're all delegates on the list. I don't know what's going to happen if they do the list, but whatever. But anyway, Lisa and I want you to know that we are dedicated to our children and the Republican Party and its platform. We're going to keep on fighting, and we're not going to quit. So if we're removed tonight, the county board is removed tonight, or in the fall, that I'm going to announce my candidacy for 9th District Chair of the Republican Party, and Lisa is going to run for the 10th District Chair of the Republican Party. prosecutor. But that's my announcement. Therefore, if I may have a sit Well, we'll vote on it, but it is the next item. All in favor? Can you watch this? Yeah. The motion is Nancy has election of permanent chair. And I said, well, this is the next thing on the agenda. We're going to do it right now, but if you want to vote on it. All in favor, so move forward. Anyone against? Thank you very much. So, I would like to entertain motions for people running for permanent chair of this convention.
Eric Castiglia. Eric Castiglia.
Stanley.
Okay, everybody, listen up for a second. A lot of heated people in here, there's a lot going on. Slow it down a little bit.
Can't hear you.
We're all here, let's be respectful of everybody. We're making motions right now. If you want to follow the rules, you have to make a motion first for the party that you're actually making a motion for, and you need to hear the second, all right? Very quietly. Sir, I believe you want to make a motion to nominate who? Do it correctly. Do it correctly. I make a motion.
I make a motion to nominate Eric Castiglia.
Thank you. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're gonna be here all night. Let's be respectful, all right? We're all Republicans. Let's all be nice tonight, all right? Is there a second? What I would like everybody to do, I'm not gonna stop repeating myself. When you make the motion, say your name, because not everybody knows everybody. And when you second, say your name, please, because we have to make a record of this. Chris is trying to take this down. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I know. Is there any other motions for any other people on the floor? We've got two right now.
Move the nominations be closed and unanimous first and a ballot pass.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. You just gave two questions in one. You gotta do one at a time. What's your first one?
Close nomination.
No. Hold on, guys. I can do this all night.
We
Stop.
have only heard one name. None of us have heard the other name.
Hold on, everyone. There's two on the floor. Mark Fortin and Eric Castiglia. That's what we have right now. I'm gonna say it again.
None of us could hear him.
You guys.
Everybody was screaming.
I can be up here all night. I'm a lawyer. I'll talk all night. But you have to listen. All right? You gotta listen. Every time somebody makes a motion, say your name. Michelle Donovan, I make a motion to do what?
J.D. Rowe, I make a motion to close nominations.
Is there a second?
So I make a motion for Mark Fortin.
We already did. Hold on. Guys. Okay. Now my first rodeo. We've got two on the floor. Eric Castiglia, Mark Fortin. Anybody else want to make a motion to nominate another person?
Motion to close nominations.
Okay. I can't. Guys, stop. I'm going to start throwing people out. Not everybody can talk all at once. Sir in the back of the white shirt. What's your name?
J.D. Rowe, I make a motion to close nominations.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make a motion. Second it.
You're not making a motion. You're seconding it. Thank you. Good Lord. All right. Moving on.
Now the election, we've already agreed, right, Linda? We already agreed that voting is holding up.
No, there's blue tags and there's gas on half these tags.
All right, we're going to make a motion. Anybody want to make a motion of how we are voting?
You have to
You're right, Linda, we got it. Yeah, will all guests, please, we'll go stand in the back for a minute while we do this election, okay? Only delegates can vote in this.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, did we, Jamie, did we vote on your?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, so fine. All in favor, now Jamie made the motion, it was seconded, that we go ahead and vote, we close nominations. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Point of order, you have to stand and show your credentials. That motion was already made and passed. Voting must be conducted by a standing of showing your credentials.
Okay, even on that motion to vote?
Not all motions.
I did, I asked the guests to go in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a guest, please go stand in the back, please, so we can vote.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone who's not a delegate with a blue tab, please leave the room.
Guess I gotta go sit up front.
Guests do not vote. Oh, but you have to stand in the back. Okay, now.
Alright guys, everybody listen up for a second. There's some confusion with the tag. You guys, we're gonna make a motion on the floor. There's a confusion with the color tag. Hold on a second. Hold on. There's way too many people in here. Hold on.
My name is Debbie Ringel, and I make a motion that only delegates be in this room for the vote. Because of the fact that the tags have been mixed up, color-coded, so only registered confirmed delegates can stay in this room. The rest must leave during the vote. Can I get a second?
Guys, I need seconds. I gotta use these alright, all the guests, out of the room. Go, Thea, yes, get out, go, go. Good Lord, everybody, if you're not a delegate, please leave the room right now. If you're not a delegate, it was a motion, it was seconded, it passed. So I want to know that everybody that's in this room is a delegate. If you're not, you need to leave and you need to shut the door. Everybody who's not a delegate, leave the room and shut the door. I'm not going to say it again.
Good.
Now, also, the tellers, so Sergeant Barnes, make sure that there's, look around, make sure there's no guests. The problem with
The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that some of these campaigns, some of these So, the reason we have a problem here, ladies and gentlemen, is because we did not print enough guest tags. Every campaign went around saying, oh, we all come to the convention. So we did not print enough, and so there's blue ones were also marked on. We get this done quicker if everybody helps. So,
All right, we can be here all night. Everybody needs to stop talking right now. Stop talking, sit down, and let's see your delegate credentials. We're going to have to go through everybody to have different colored tags. The corner of the room over there, if you're not a delegate, you can please leave and shut the door. We're going to go through this one by one. But if you guys start... Okay. They like each other, alright? So listen, you guys, we're all adults, alright? Everybody needs to stop talking. This is very serious. I'm going to be this thing all night. Everyone needs to stop talking. Sit down. If you're not a delegate, you need to leave the room. You're going to have to leave.
Point of order, man. You just appointed Sergeant Sahar, man. Tell them to open the door and check everybody's gun up. I'm done screwing around. Let's go. Sergeant at Arms, don't close the doors. Do what you guys are appointed to do. Let's go. Let's go.
Everybody hold up your delegate cards. Delegate cards.
Alright, everybody needs to take a seat. Nobody's standing. Everybody needs to take a seat.
I know you guys.
Okay? You guys, tell us if you come to all the delegates. So I need everybody to take a seat, please. Everyone take a seat. Everybody needs to take a seat.
Yeah, you can't ask me to leave.
Sergeant Arch, you got that under
I'm only
control.
going with what they said.
Okay. But everybody needs to take a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not asked again. Everyone please take a seat. Take a seat. Okay, I still have people looking for seats. Everybody sit down in the seats right now. Don't worry about what's going on in the hallway. You can stay in here. You've got a lot of enforcement back there because apparently we can't control it. Unbelievable. Everybody sit down, please. Okay, the other thing I need everybody to do is silence your cell phones. Everybody silence your cell phones if you haven't already. This is very serious, so we can... Alright, silence your cell phone. Everybody sit down. Who else needs a seat? I got people in the back that are not sitting down. Got an issue. Got an issue. Don't worry about that. Let's just see what Sergeant Barnes has to take it off. Sergeant Barnes and most police officers will take it. You guys, it's a simple question. If you're delegates, stay. If you're not, go. I mean, follow the rules. It's easy as that. Now we just need the tellers on the floor. This is going to be very smooth, but we just need the tellers on the floor. That's why we need everybody in their seats right now, okay? Only the tellers are standing. That's it. Drop off, let's find what happened. Where's that six tellers? Who's missing? Nancy, where are you? Who else is missing? Who's Paul Gannon? Paul Gannon here. Are you selling it? Don Van Sickle, I need you to the front, please. Don Van Sickle.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a question here. Gentleman here that was crossed out, his name put on as a delegate, and he is a delegate. We just checked it out. Anyone else have names crossed out and written delegate on there? We can verify it.
There's quite a few back there that are raising their hand. I see your tags. You said they couldn't find your tags. Your name crossed out right there. So if you have a magic marker, we're going to put in your name and you vote it in, and then you come up here. Where's John? John. John. There's, I think, 4 or 5 of you guys.
Okay, everyone, we've got the list up here just to make sure that everybody's here that's supposed to be here. Mark's going to call you off, that you're on the list, and I need you to raise your hand. You guys, everybody needs to sit down. Sergeant of Arms, Terry McCoskey is going to tell you to sit down again, and we are going to call your name to make sure you're delegate number 1 and you're in the room, okay? We've got the list up here. That's what we're going to do. Hold on, hold on. You gotta go to the bathroom right now, would be a good break.
No bathroom break, let's go.
Okay, here we go. It'll be quicker, I think, even though we have to go through the whole list. So, we need tellers. I'm thinking maybe we should go through the list. Instead of saying who's here, you stand up and say here and the name of the person you're voting for. Okay? Now, what do you think, Linda? We'll go through the list. We have controversy over written on things.
Okay, I need a second for that. All right, does everybody understand what we're doing? We're going to roll call and you're going to vote at the same time to make this go faster. In order to do that, I need this crowd to go sit down in front of the podium here, guys. We'll go verify in the corner over there because you're in front of everybody. I don't know any meeting that everybody rushes to the podium. So take it over to Gary. Tell them to move. Okay, so order. Mr. Brett, you need to take your
Ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is Chris is gonna go through the list and all the delegates present, and you stand up and, present and hold up your credential and say Castiglia or Thornton.
Why did we check in an hour ago?
All right? That's what we're gonna do. Because of the confusion over guests.
Point of order, what's the problem? We already did it, it's so loud in here, you guys can't hear. We voted, we had a second, then we're gonna call, roll call and vote. I mean, we already did the motion, we did the second. What?
Well, let's just do it.
We already did it. All right, let's do it again.
Let's just keep the thing rolling. You're gonna do it that way, just start doing it.
Alright, so we made the second, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll call and vote. All in favor? We just did, we already did. Guys, we can't start calling back in the rest of
In favor. So the delegates are supposed to. This is your first warning. It will be your second shortly. So, that's it. So now the non-delegates are in the room, and they're making a lot of noise. Non-delegates. They did hold it up. They held it up. The motion is passed. The motion passed. The motion is passed. We have a motion, we have a second. Okay. I'm going to appoint the nominating committee for the purposes of nominating non-statutory members to the executive committee. I will now appoint the following individuals to nominating committee to nominate a slate of non-statutory executive committee members. Nancy Tissio, Ken Licari, Linda Turk, Michelle Smith, Stanley Grant. You're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. So Mr. The chairman of the nominating committee nominates the following non-statutory members. Please, Mr. Chair, nominate. Okay. Sit down, please. Darlene, please. Darlene, you're out of order. Darlene, you're out of order. Darlene, please. Darlene, please. Thank you. Please. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. I will now appoint the following majorities. I believe you did.
Yeah.
You make up a lot of lies. I move that these names stand. Are you gonna stand? They're already doing the nominating list. Are you guys done with your nominating list? Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. 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 Thank you. I am. I've always been. Always. Mike. I've always been. Mr. Chairman, can you please read the nominating committee?
Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption.
All right, please hold up your credentials for the adoption. Please raise your hand for adoption. Raise your credentials. Yeas, nays. Nays. If you're a nay, if you're a nay. Nay. The yeas have it. It passes. The yeas have it. Thank you.
I stand against the New World Order. You are for it. And
yeah, that was executive committee. Huh? Okay. It got passed. Okay. I want to announce the date of the location executive committee meeting, which will happen in pursuant to the rules. I'm announcing the meeting of Macomb County Republican Party Executive Committee for the purposes of electing new officers of the Macomb County Republican Party. The meeting will be held on April 25th at 7 p.m. Location will be determined. Thank you very much. I will now appoint the temporary chairs for the district caucuses. Michelle Smith for the new 10th district and Joe Biondo for the new 9th district. There you go, Joe. The new 9th district, if you could please head over to the room where you signed in for your credentials. They will be held over there for the new 9th district, and the new 10th district will stay in here. Kurt Broadridge, Kurt. Okay. So hold on one sec. The Parliamentarians for the new 10th, Larry. You're going to the new 9th? Larry. Blue stays in the room, yellow goes next door. Frank, you're going to be the parliamentarian next door. Sorry. Yes, we're breaking up into caucus, please. If you have a yellow tag, you're going to have your caucus in the next room. Okay, just, I'll read it in a second. Okay, so we can picture that, in case I need it. Okay, blue, if you have a blue name tag and you're a delegate, please stay in the room. If you are a yellow tag, please go next door. Hello, Tyson. Okay, I guess I am just a delegate now.
If you have a yellow tag, please move to the room next door. Blue tags can stay in here. Please move to where you need to be. If you're a blue tag, stay here. That's the new 10th district. Yellow tag is the 9th district. The new 9th district is the room next door.
Somebody told me you were here.
I'm going to appoint Barbara Van Sickle as temporary secretary. While everybody finishes getting settled,
all right. So, really quick to the officers in the back. Distribution of lawful meeting, section 170 of the state code. Disruptions of a lawful meeting, any person who shall make or excite any disturbances or contention in any tavern, store, grocery, manufacturing establishment, or business place in a street, lane, or alley, highway, public grounds, park or election, other public meeting, where citizens are peacefully and lawfully assembling, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. So let's try to keep this in a very professional manner, please. Please.
I am appointing Macomb County Treasurer Larry Rocca as temporary parliamentarian. I'm appointing temporary Sergeant at Arms of Joe DeStriver, Kevin Smith, and Sean Stanek. I'm appointing the following people as temporary tellers: Russ Cleary, Craig Cowper, Nancy Tizio, Linda Torp, and Joe Gorak. I will now open the floor for nominations of the permanent chair.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is there a second? Joe DeStriver. Any other nominations? Thank you. Is there a second? Kurt Roberts, second. All those in favor, Michelle Smith for the permanent convention chair for the 10th district, please raise your tag. All those opposed? Motion passes. At this time, I'm going to make the temporary appointments permanent. So parliamentarian, sergeant at arms, and tellers are all permanent. I'm going to open the floor for nominations of the permanent secretary. Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Is there a motion? Thank you, Vicki. Is there a second? remaining as the permanent secretary, please raise your tag. If you don't stop, you will be escorted out.
Try it.
All those, any opposed to Barb? Motion carried. I'm going to ask that Stan Brock come forward and administer the oath of office. I'm going to ask that he come forward and administer the oath of office to the tellers and the sergeant at arms.
Can you hear me there, everybody? Can you hear me there? Just want to make sure everybody hears me. I'm going to administer the oath. So, where are the officers? Oh, good. Barb, can you stand? Yeah, here. Barb, can you stand up? I,
Rhino.
state your name, please. Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Whoever has an air horn, would the sergeant at arms please escort the person with an air horn out of the room? At this time, I'd like to nominate the following individuals as hardworking Republicans. Sandra Hartunian, Kevin Smith, Monica Radico, Victor Diaz, Kurt O'Keefe, David Enlia, Sam Tola, John Carell, G.J. LaRue, Stavros Soma, Bob Little, Joe Aragonia, Moira Smith, Paul Manning, Pete Lucido, Tony Ferlini, Richard Paraventi, Ted Yanum, Mary Ellen Childs, Janice Neron, and Roger Lonsway. I will now entertain a motion. We have a motion and a second. Eric?
Yeah.
All those in favor of accepting those that list of hardworking Republicans, please raise your tags. Any opposed? They're not even Motion carried. I'm now going to appoint the following individuals to a nominating committee to nominate slate of delegates and alternates to the April 23rd Michigan GOP State Convention. Stan Brott as chair of the nominating committee, Ron Singer, Ed Smith, Greg Childs, and Linda Corp. Would you please come forward? Stan, Ron, Ed, Greg, Linda as the nominating committee.
It's commercials on TV.
Can you hear me there? Can you hear me? All right, following people. Delegates to state convention from the 10th district. Following individuals. Don Beatty. Doug Erdig. Sharon Frost. Craig Culper. Nancy Tiso, Ron Singer, Bob Van Sickle, Cecil St. Pierre, Elizabeth Ferlini, Daniel Grote, Hillary Dubé, Adam Wiley, Julia Shanka, David Grote, Karen McKay, David Vire, Karen Walsh, Don Van Sickle, Sandra Johns, Eric Brisky, Candace Stearns, James Noak, Cher Ramir, Ed Smith, John Hubble, Craig Childs, Lisa Casali, Gaz Guinnam, Barbara Bullock, Russell Cleary, Elizabeth Carell, Susan Steer, Linda Tork, Kurt Hooper, Dana Henry, Eric Castiglia, Joseph Hayes, Dana Hayes, Diana Hayes, Barbie, thank you. George Penna, Frederick Bain, Jacob Grote, John Zupanek, Joseph Gorak, Horace Johns, Kurt Brodrich, I missed Joe Shriver. Are you here, Joe? Yes, of course. Larry Rocca, Stan Grote, Mike Elio, Paul Gannum, Paul Smith, Rick Stepicus, Roger Goodrich. That's the one that yeah, he's on. Ron Potashik, William Naran, Andrew Gamicha, Anthony Bursky, Christopher Stearns, David McCara, Gary Mudge, Karen Mudge, Fred Coomer, Flora Cusmano, Gary Wallace, Cecil St. Pierre, John St. Pierre, Barbara Torres, Peter Torres, Zbigniew Jarodzenko, James Carabelli, James Selesco, Janet Johnson, Jason McClanahan, Kenny Hanna, Rob Hoot, Mario Bernard, Sean Stanek, Victoria Chepsky, Mark Carollo, Gustav Picula, Stephen Bono, Sylvia Grote, Jezina Nekra, Barb Zinner, Catherine Anderson, Grant Anderson, Steve Springborn, William Sussick, Frederick Schoen, Jonathan Henry, Ron Bevan, Cheryl Townsend, Stephen Warren, Larry Chamberlain, that we should remove that individual. Not yet, we'll get to it. We're going to get to you, guarantee you. This gentleman passed.
Outside of this, no.
So, you know, say a prayer.
Something that's issued through a board of media
Please.
communications through the company as opposed to us carrying.
Peter Myers, Renato Orleni, Bill Hollister, Wild Bill. Where's Wild Bill?
Where are you going? Because you're too late.
He's here. Joseph Solaggio, Mike Mink, Larry Lilly.
I'm with Fox 2.
Fox 2. Yes, sir. Why you say you didn't have credentials?
Like I said, outside of this is all I got.
George Rekowicki.
Credentials usually like
David Langer.
on paper and
David Langer, Sue Bush, Alan Casimir, Joshua Santowski, Stephen Switek, Anna Ullman, Bart Matowski, Vito Pinelli, John Snyder, Ben Piotrov, Wayne Robertson, Dorota Steinzek, Edward Pankowski, Gary Boyke, thank you. Georgina Galechka, I want to try that one. James Madison, Stanley Bankowski, number 120, Jasmine Early, Cliff Frost,
what organization are you with?
and then the hardworking Republican Sandra Hartunian, Kevin Smith, Monica Rideco, Victor Diaz, Kurt O'Keefe, David Envilia, Santola, and we have Sam Tola, John Carell, G.J. Larouche, Stavros Toma, Bob Little, Joy Regona, Maura Smith, Paul Manning, Peter Lucido, Tony Fellini, Richard Parventi, Ted Gannam. Yeah, hey Ted, you made it. Looks like you got some fans here in the room. Mary Ellen Childs, Jenny Snaron, Rogers Lonsway. That's it for the delegates, folks. Did we miss anybody?
The convention is held to elect delegates for state convention.
She could, she's there? Okay. Wendy Sytek? All right, thanks. Yeah. 120, 142. Pardon me?
You don't mind.
Anybody else that we didn't read wanted to go? Hold on, not yet. The alternates. We have a full slate of delegates. Now we're going to have to go to 142 alternates.
What they're doing is totally against the law.
I know, but we're going to zip right through it because we only have 55 alternates. So we're going to ask from the crowd. We're going to ask every one of you who wants to go in a minute, okay? So let's go this. Tim Berlin. Sylvia Dejukave, Kevin Trippi, Brian Gurney, Jacob Soto, Mike Glavonic, Suzanne Rutkowski, Stephen Verbanek, Sherry Pence, Mark Jablecki, Peter Zarowski, Stan Bies, Joe Kozer, Carlo Meli, Kathy Schneider, Barb Zinner, Trav Marshall, Bill Rovar, Michelle Leak, Wally Nadja, Lori Mady, Elizabeth Bogesh, Slavomir Bogesh, Peter Bogesh, Nora Smith, Rick Tabby III, Karen Dudek, Jarek Rumin, Deborah Cox, Tom Ubish, Ted Lees, Janet Lees, Anthony Lewis, Janine Shabaf Lewis, Kevin Dubay, Chris Dubay, Richard Babecki, Daniel Hartunian, Maria Sayut, Stan Sayut, Michelle Zabawa, Peter Muzik, Lynn Van Hotten, Mark Miga,
Oh, no, he stood still. He sold 230, not 200.
Oh, yeah,
that's
right. Yeah, and Barb Kolisinski, Richard Kolisinski, Ralph Krieger,
but he's okay. You guys can look on
Jeff Yeager.
You're corrupt.
So, you want to see what that gentleman is?
Going up there.
Yeah, take a look. He's got to maybe needs some help.
I don't know. Oh, it might be me, right?
Lil Miles,
Oh, is this the
Cheryl
guy's
Miles,
bodyguard?
Avery Dubay,
We must be its goon. Are you the goon?
Phil Road,
Are you Grot's goon?
Jacqueline Sorrento, Roger Goodrich you got already. And so that makes, how many? 57? Is it 57 folks? So now we're gonna, Eric, you have the form to pass around?
Swing around.
Yes, because there are others.
They keep sending this goon at me.
What we're gonna do is, if you wanna be on the slate with us, please fill out the card. We got tons of spaces open. And we'll welcome everybody
I don't know,
to
that's King
join
Stanley
us.
Rod's horseman and his goon here.
So what we have is, right. We want to pass it. That's only for the 10th district, folks. Stephen, are you on? Are you a delegate?
The new tent, yes. If you want to go, there's going to be same scenario in the 9th. So if you want to go from the 9th, please see the chairman from the 9th. We want everybody to go.
We want you to go.
Over here, you got somebody right here.
Let me see how many we got.
You know, it's not wood.
Over here. Over here.
I don't know, but it's open to the public, so.
Back here, Stan. Hold on.
Oh, no, this is
Just hold on a second. We might need to make adjustments.
Why y'all supporting this?
Point of order. Yes. Why don't we put, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't see why not. Is that okay, you guys? Yeah, okay. Please leave your name, address.
I'm Sergeant.
You want to help us, sir? Where do you go?
All right, shut up.
You want to help us pass it around? No?
You disrupted this convention enough.
I
did, huh? Yeah. Go. Now. Go. Oh, yes, I can. Why? Get the officers and get this guy out of here. Come on,
Put this gentleman here.
Was he right about the throttle night? This guy's harassing you, Sergeant Knight. Let's get him out of here. I don't care.
Yeah, that's in the name of the place of Chamberlain.
And I'm the delegate.
Kathy Kirk will be on the list as well, #1 alternate. Folks, this is a lot to go through in very quick time. Please come up here and see us, and I promise every one of you will be, your issue will be addressed. Except
Were you here for the beginning of this meeting, sir?
And I'm a delegate. I'm the elected
Okay, so
delegate.
you saw what was going on.
So I need a motion to approve the delegates and,
You didn't care about the disruptions.
and 57 alternates. Motion made by Dr.
Why are you going
Smith,
after him now?
second by Dorona Stanza. All in favor, raise your card, please.
I'm a
Opposed?
candidate for state representative.
Motion carries. Please come forward if you want to go. I guarantee you we'll accommodate every one of you. I'm not as bad as some people
I'm not bringing it to
Very funny.
This is my only when my organ tried speaking, they were not by any stretch on the other side. And nothing happened, right? Now they don't like what's going on.
Please come up here.
Power.
Fill it out.
People are.
Here, sir.
Hell, I can't. I can complain.
So if you go into, thank you so much, sir. If you go into the convention in Grand Rapids, convention starts at 10 a.m.
I got it right here.
Are we still possibility of buses?
This is.
Pardon me?
You see? That's mine.
You want to talk about it?
I got everything I need.
Hotels are very. What?
And a couple
Anybody else? Please fill out the form. You're not on there?
I grew up around this dictatorship. I grew up around this dictatorship. I know how dictators work. I know how dictators work.
Pardon me, but I want to not kill
Michelle's
you.
still here.
Oh, is she? Okay, good.
You
All
guys
right.
come with the haze.
All right, okay.
So can we go forward now?
I think so, but I don't know.
That's a good thing. Well, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have a firearm on my head.
Have a good night. After the two caucuses come back together, they'll be on. What they have to do is certify the caucus is, picking the delegates.
Fine job, guys.
Am I in the way? No.
All right, can somebody make a motion to wrap this up? I'll move to approve the slate as presented. Joe Burdick made a motion. You can, you're a guest. Janet Johnson, second. All in favor, raise your credential, please.
I don't think you got a quorum anymore.
Thank you very much. Motion carries.
Hillary, that was fun.
Tons of fun.
Yeah, just wait for the cycle.
All right. Mr. Chairman, have we received enough alternates to fill the slate? You guys need